right. All right. Let me get my WWE announcer voice on. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have a treat for you today? Whoo, let's dial in. Let's dial in. Today, unlike other days, we are indulging in real-time action. Video recorded relations with a swell fella. A fella that is one of one. Oh, the crowd's going crazy. Native deriving from the soils of the melting pot of creative's heartland we all now call home. All right, here we go. He was born in the woods, raised in the locker room, developed in a music production studio, and currently developing into his full form by way of stage performances. He is, in fact, a wizard, Harry. Give it up for my dog, Swoovi.
Yeah.
Woo! Swoovi.
Thank you.
Swoovi. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, fella.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. That was way too fun. I swear I had dreams about that, bro.
I know. You told me you pulled
I started writing it a week ago, and I fucking put it away for the longest time, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish this 2 hours before I have to come in here and do this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, bro, 16 hours, you experience a lot in a 16-hour span, bro. And, to experience a whole day and then come in here and collect. I mean, I got a lot of information for you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Not even from today, but, I'm sure we're going to cover a lot of ground here, bro. So.
Oh, of course we are.
God, I love covering,
Of
bro.
course we are. You're the first guest to come in here with a script. Let's get it right off the rip, And not many of my guests have come so prepared with their content.
I just have a vision, bro.
Exactly. And let's get into it.
Yeah.
I met this man right across from me through a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah.
Also a guest on the podcast, Clotilda tomorrow.
An eccentric fella.
Yeah.
An eccentric guest.
And when she first told me about Swoovi, I thought she was fucking with me. I was like, no man would go by the Swoovi.
Let's say he must be tripping.
I was like, he's either a musician or a cult leader.
His parents must be hippies.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I didn't know what to make of you, and then I met you, and then I would took 2 or 3 times to really understand the vibe. But now that I've bought the ticket, and I am enjoying the ride.
I'm about to say it's a discovery for me, bro. It's an everyday pioneering expedition in the land of psyche, in the land of socially, because I gave up on cliques and niches way back in middle school, right? When we all should have, right?
Yeah.
I had no reason or rhyme to really. I tried to do as much as I could and be the best at whatever I did, right? Mm-hmm. And so obviously that set you up for an extreme emotional processing hard drive whenever you fucking get into the world of no longer free trial, right? It's like the first 18 years of life, I feel like, are a free trial, right? Mm-hmm. Then you get booted out the nest, and it's all. I mean, it's just you don't see anything, right? You get,
from all directions,
and you just
jumped by life,
bro. And sometimes you get kicked in the nuts, right? And bro, it's one of those things where, there's almost nothing that can prepare you for. I mean, and that I'm not just talking about me. I'm talking about anybody. Yeah. You think you have an idea of what life's like after high school, and you are under this fucking social microscope, right? That you're not aware that this whole big world exists outside of it until you realize how insignificant you are. Mm-hmm. What? And honestly, bro, as much as it was a huge ego death for me initially, it's kind of it's nice. It's nice knowing that I don't, as a matter of fact, don't have the world on my shoulders, bro. Mm-hmm. Every now and again I do, but I choose when the world's on my shoulders, you know? It's hey, bro, it's a heavy world, isn't it, man?
Yeah, it is, of course. You get a natural slope to your shoulders as the years go on.
You gotta do your push-ups, bro. You heat the world up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, high school is a little bubble, right?
No, dude.
It's kind of easy to succeed like in different aspects in high school. Like you can succeed academically, you can succeed socially, you can succeed both of those ways. Like all sports wise,
I'm
like
about to say it's such a small world
Yeah.
too, though, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, and there's some people that are, they're so far beyond their years of like emotional intelligence and like just understanding like natural progressions of humanity.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's some like, what's that smart girl that they wrote the movie about? You know what I'm talking
Gotta
about?
give me more than that.
The little girl, Emily or some shit.
Uh-huh.
God bless it. Anyways, there's this movie about this really smart little girl, right?
Matilda.
Yes, but there's another one. There's another one. Matilda's very smart, right?
Matilda's a great movie.
Matilda probably had it figured out
Yeah,
way
great
before most parents. You know what I mean? And that level of like, bro, kids are so sure of them. So I don't know where they got this clarity from. Like almost like
They haven't been smacked around, like you said. They haven't been
Well-
beat up quite yet.
another theory is that energy isn't created or destroyed. So maybe their revelation, maybe their reincarnation was just real close behind itself, and they just recently got consciousness and were able to like bring it into the next life with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I could see
every
that.
now and again you hear a 7-year-old say something profound like, I'm trying to think of a fucking 7-year-old. It's like something about like, aren't you gonna pay your taxes or
Something profound like that.
something along the lines of like, aren't you worried about tax evasion?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's what it was. I was telling some kid I was going in business for myself,
Uh-huh.
and that I claimed that I made nothing, and he was like, well, aren't you worried about tax evasion? I was like, kid, what do you know about tax evasion?
Fuck off, kid. Don't ask me that
You're
shit.
sweat about that. You watch
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
don't talk about that. Fuck you, kid. Yeah, well, before we get, we were already into it, but how the hell I want to know what is Swoovi? Tell me what is Swoovi? How did it come about? Because it's no longer a person. It's something much more. And that's how it was pitched to me. So
It's way beyond me, bro. And that's the thing is this crazy cycle of imposter syndrome because Swoovi and Zach, unfortunately, we're roommates, right? We're roommates under the same noodle. And, it came with, let's just start at 18. 18, Zach was angry, bitter, and wanted answers, right? Came from a broken home, and I was just so done with being confused. All the answers now, give them to me. I don't care how I get them,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when I came across the lovely world of psychedelics, mushrooms was, okay, so compare and contrast mushrooms, LSD. Mushrooms like wavy, LSD is a little linear. Mushrooms is a little more external of a trip.
Mm-hmm.
LSD is more internally, like self-dissecting
Yeah.
situation. Okay, so I wanted to know, really could give a fuck about the world around me, right? Because that's a constant that you have to deal with regardless.
You wanted to experiment a little bit. You wanted to figure out who you were inside.
Yeah. Right? And so when I came across LSD, I all of a sudden didn't have these annoying cul-de-sacs of confusion of, I could troubleshoot through certain eras of my life and remember certain things that mom or dad or uncle or any motherfucker that came across would tell me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I eureka, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over and over and over and over again. Well, Swoovi. Pops was a before Swoovi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pre-1996. Pops was he was a musician. He was a jazz musician. He went to law school in Iowa for a little bit and wasn't cut out for it.
Uh-huh.
Moved up here to Johnson County, did JUCO, was in a traveling jazz ensemble. Founder of the Iowa Blues and Jazz Association, yada, yada, yada. Took me to the KC Blues and Jazz Festival for my first few years of my life, man.
Yeah.
So that was like my initial imprint. That and my mom fucking slammed my face with country music, right?
Right.
Because a divorced mom listens to Rascal Flatts. No, no, so
Exposing mama.
I'm moving on. No. No, mom's a strong woman, man. I don't know how she did it. But anywho, back to Swoovi. So yeah, blues, jazz, R&B, country was pushed into my shit a little bit. I personally got into like alternative rock, the Nickelbacks, and I'll die on that Nickelback hill, bro.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Come on, man.
I'll hold the foxhole down with you.
It's just like it was a weird flex, bro. Really.
Yeah. Rockstar changed my life.
So yeah, that alternative, and then as I like kind of got into like urban style and like hip hop and like battle rap, like that's what I did at 18 when I started recording music, right?
Right.
And as a kid in band, you know, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, alto sax, first chair alto, ensemble as a freshman, transferred to private Catholic school, and decided to put it down because they said, "Well, you have to march if you're gonna be in concert and jazz." I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
I don't want to move my feet.
Right. I already run enough for wrestling. Fuck you.
Yeah, right.
So Swoovi,
but music, like that was, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I mean, it was in me.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You've been a musician since.
Could scat before I could talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Pots and pans, right. Yeah. And just, I mean,
it's just your
jiving.
Language. It's your language.
Jive turkey, baby. Speak sound.
Yeah.
So,
that's in high school, right? That's
right.
Your
well, I'm just, yes, right. Why Swoovi, right? And so how Swoovi now? Back to that, because I'm everywhere, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It just has to, it's a web, right?
Yeah, no, I know all this, right?
Okay.
Like, I like know the story.
Right.
And the way I've been told the story is in pieces and parts and all over the place.
So this is it all has come to this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But like.
Okay, so, that's why. So how I lived, in my degenerate era, about 19, 20 years old.
The degenerate era over.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, I'm still broke.
It rears its ugly head every once in a while.
I'm still broke, but I'm focused.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a broke state of mind anymore. Like
exactly.
Back then, I could give a fuck. You looked at me wrong. It was funky. I was just in a funk. I was happy, but I was funky at the same time, right? And angry. Anyways, so I live on 4325 the Paseo at the time. We're in like 2015, 2016. I had just lost my mind for like the second or third time. Had a little psychiatric stay, and I was trying to figure out how to rewire my brain. And I got into neurological shit and neuroplasticity, LSD. Okay, Swoovi, it's time to heal, baby. Right? And I was sitting in Mission with my buddy Danny Engel. Shouts to you, Danny Engel. Words of wisdom. Wow, pack. We were sitting in his basement and tripping. You know, I had a hoodie on, but I didn't have it all the way on. Right? It had one sleeve on, and then I had I had my hood up, right, and some shorts on.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about taking my shorts off.
Real funky stuff. Oh, we're getting in dangerous ground now.
Well, I couldn't figure out if I was hot or cold.
Yeah.
Right. Tumbling on the couch.
Yeah.
I sit up, you know, all the veins popping out of my head. And he goes, "Bro, how you feeling?" And I was like, "Man, give me something Swoovi on the rocks." So Swoovi actually started out as an intergalactic cocktail, and what I was envisioning in my head at the time was this purple mixed drink of some sort. The bubbles were falling down, right, instead of up, right, because we're intergalactic.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever saw a Guinness do that, I was like, what kind of sorcery is that?
There's the intergalactic.
Nitrogen. That isn't Earth. You know what I mean? So,
where am I?
So intergalactic cocktail with some shit around the rim, real delicious. I didn't get to taste it, but anyways, bro, and it was the only time I said the word that night. And it was fun. And the homies are repeating, "What the Swoovi? What the? Where'd you get that?" And I was, whatever, right? Woke up the next day and it was the first thing on my mind. This fucking mumbo jumbo ass word that I just blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right? Word vomit.
Uh-huh.
But I kept stirring on it.
Yeah.
A few days went by, a week went by. Swoovi, what the hell? And like I've always had this like complex of wanting to save the world with music, right?
Uh-huh.
In my Z Mac.
All great musicians, I feel like, you have that complex.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But I know that it's not a one-man job. No, I've got.
You need a team.
I've got.
Assemble the Avengers.
I've come to the terms of that, bro. So, as I Swoovi, okay. How am I gonna? Okay, all the humans that are here, right, old and new. There's a matter of fact, there's almost like a situation where there's a patient shortage on both sides, and like I understand the old people, but like the young, like the teens and the ones just getting out of school, like see, we're in like a weird, like, bro, 24 to 32 is like no man's land, bro. Like we know that we don't know shit, right?
Right. Everything we do is an experiment.
But we also know enough to be like, hey, I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Right.
You still fuck up, right?
Code of ethics, sure.
Right.
The good guys always have a good
it is,
code of ethics.
It is all experimental anyways. But no, so yeah, as I was thinking about Swoovi, I was like, how am I going to mend the gap of stubbornness? How am I going to compromise in style, in sound, in feeling, in common topic? You know what I mean? Like there has to be a common. We're all fucking humans, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is on your quest to save the world.
And there's nothing new under the sun when I'm developing what Swoovi means, right?
You're in the lab right now.
Right.
Developing
so
the secret
Swoovi.
serum.
2 words.
Yeah.
Suave and groovy, right?
Yeah.
Symbolism for suave being the already established, suited. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whether they've earned it or whether they've been born into it.
Yeah.
They're there. And they sustain that life. Right? Congrats to you guys. It must be really stressful.
I think I can applause on this thing. Is that applausing? Can you do that?
I don't know.
Does that even do that? It didn't do nothing. All right.
Yeah. So, Suave, already established businessmen of the world. And the misunderstood groovy millennials and Gen Z that have reincarnated from the 70s. Right? They have. Yeah. I mean, they have. Nothing new under the sun. Energy can't be created nor destroyed. The timeline continues and there's revelations involved, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, bro. Okay, so now I got the human part of it, right? Suave and groovy, right? And so now I got to think, okay, music. What first of all, what's relevant? What's been relevant in the last 20 years? And what's that core root of genre or collective of genres that stemmed all these genres that are right in front of us, right? I mean, created the hairband fizzled out. Created the grunge fizzled out. Created the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Created the metal. Created country. Created bluegrass. Created blues. Created blues hop. Created hip hop. Created rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm doing all this fucking math, all this humanity math in my head in the next trip. Because I was on regimented every 2 weeks, right? I would just 7:15 a.m. or wake up at 6, right? Do my push-ups, 7:15 a.m. on a Saturday, throw the tab, take a shower, go hit the fucking Emmanuel Cleaver on my longboard with my guitar and some doobies, right? Go busking. It was the freest I've ever been in my life.
You were doing that, what, all over KC, Power Light?
Oh, yeah. Westport, Plaza, Power and Light, swooving, all over. And so, and as I was developing Swoovi, I came fresh out of my rapper name. Yeah. Have I told you my rapper name?
I don't think you have, actually. Are you gonna say it on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
wanna
to.
see. I'm pretty sure I figured out how to use this fucking sound effects.
Because it makes sense. What, you got some laughs
Oh my god, I just figured it out.
You got some laughs in
We're
there?
like halfway through season 2. I just figured out how to use my tools. But yeah, wait, let me see what I can do. I can do a drum beat, I think.
Yeah!
All right. Give us the wait.
All right.
Give us,
So the rapper name.
yeah, I'm gonna hit you with the applause.
Okay. Angry, bitter, Z-immaculate.
Yeah.
Z-immaculate douchebag, bro. Anyways, it was the whole pitch was datpiff.com.
So
No.
so you come up with Swoovi, right?
Yeah.
And this is you're tripping. You're like, I want this drink, this intergalactic drink, and then
Yeah.
you wake up the next day and you have this word that's just like on your mind, right?
Yeah.
So those next couple days is you like putting it into perspective. Is like you convincing yourself, right?
Yeah, convincing myself of the validity of the situation. You know what I mean? Like I didn't, for the longest time, bro, I thought all these brilliant things that I came up with were mine. Like that that was that dope. But my roommate at the time, Nate, bless his heart, rough around the edges, but also tells me what I need to know. It tells me what I need to hear, even when I don't want to hear it.
Sure.
I was about to say, you don't mind, huh?
No, I don't. I mind. Let me get you a piece of paper to roll on, though.
Okay. I'm about to say, bro, we gotta have something to do with my. I was sitting there the whole time wondering. I was like, what am I gonna do with my hands, bro? Honestly, bro, I fucked up. I was gonna bring a PB&J, and I was just gonna
peanut butter and jelly, bro. That would have been fire.
I was gonna randomly just pull out the PB&J supplies.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, well, I blew it.
You should have told me that. You just fucking
Next person, you got this shit, man.
the almost PB&J episode.
You know what I'm saying? Damn it. Anyways,
but this is you're like putting it into your own terms, right?
Yeah, bro.
You're figuring it out.
And so as I, am developing this deal, and I'm tripping every other weekend, and I'm, working this landscape job. I'm transitioning out of Z-immaculate, right? Who had a lot to say, lots of words crammed into every single Kansas City chopping Tech 9 ass. But then I started singing, but I was still talking a lot. But swooving, the general psychology of swooving. See, I derive, and my mom, best mom in the whole wide world, right? Did her fucking thing.
Yeah. And you're a wind-up boy.
She is wind-up boy, baby.
Yeah.
But the best way to put my mother is she's a very highly wounded human. Bro, she comes from a nervous Irish woman and a intense Dago Italian father, right? So Swoovi came up about literally to correct the generational, like to make my bloodline chill again. Makes Hoskins chill again. You know what I mean?
That's what Swoovi is.
Because it is, bro. Because honestly, I had to figure something out, bro.
Yeah.
I have a twin brother, non-verbally autistic.
Yeah.
Hell of an upbringing. I had no idea that it was uncommon until I got out into the world.
Right.
That was the crazy part. But with a non-verbally autistic twin, a mom that was, single mom doing the best she can, had so much going on all the time. I don't know. I literally don't know how she did it. I didn't have a very good reference on how to chill. I remember even my old man was uptight and real intense. And whenever it was because one of the things, when we were working together on just little miscellaneous jobs, he'd do this lip thing, right? And I knew there was some shit about to happen whenever the lips tense up. He's like, precision and speed, buddy. Precision and speed. It's motherfucker, you can get one or the other.
Yeah.
Precision and speed.
That's asking for a lot. That's asking for a lot.
So yeah, bro, Swoovi was something as I let go of Z-immaculate, and as I let go of all the confused and frustrated and all the words and everything I had to say, swoove in, verb, right? Swoovin, the verb.
And it can be everything, can it? It can be
Literally.
noun, adjective, adverb.
Swoovers.
Swooving fast.
You know what I mean? Hey, whoa, a little too much swoove there. No, basically it's a,
Put the swoove down.
yeah.
God, please put the swoove down.
Yo, do we want to swoove or not? No, and yeah, bro, it's basically like more sounds came about swooving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Less words, more sounds, more feelings, more emotions, and then I went crazy gung-ho on compositions, dude.
Right.
And that's where like my true love has really like unfolded as far as music goes,
Right.
you know?
Well, one of my favorite stories about Swoovi, which I was hoping you'd just say, but we went through a whole ton. You know the Willy Wonka, the scene in Willy Wonka when he's like going down the tunnel and it's like the scary scene where like the actors like sued because they were like didn't expect it to go like that or something.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the scary scene where he's like singing down the tunnel as like it's if you watch Willy Wonka as a child, you know this scene because it fucked you up. But
God, I mean, I
that's what happened when I was like, "What is Swoovi?" But no, my favorite story is you were doing what you're doing. You ate. You woke up at 6 a.m, ate a tab at 7, then got on your longboard and went down to P&L, right?
Yeah.
P&L, where you were busking and you were singing and doing your jig and dance, and there was a group of people walking down the street when lightning struck. And you saw it perfectly clear.
Yeah.
You saw Swoovi in all of its glory, and you jumped up in front of these people and went like as if it was Disney Channel, with your magic stick.
No.
Wrote Swoovi in the air,
Bro,
and then pointed at it and said, "See? Don't you see?
Bro,
Don't you understand?" And to me, that's when I got it.
that was close. Yeah. I mean, bro, it was that kind of intensity, right? But I can't believe I didn't tell that story.
Well, I just...
You want to know why? Because I was objectively breaking down Swoovi.
Yeah, you walked us through the whole timeline.
Which
is wild. The timeline is a fucking fractured spider web. So first, let's start over here.
I didn't know how else to break it down.
You did well. I was like, I understood where you were going from point A all the way to point F.3.
Hey, bingo, bro.
Hey, you got me. I'm putting the Swoovi down.
Okay, so that story, that is I fucking would love to tell that story.
Is there more to that story?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God.
Yes, bro. And the lightning, okay, it was very electric. So here's what happened, bro. We were at the Plaza Lighting. That's what it was.
Oh, it was,
yeah. Yeah, no, it was the Plaza Lighting. So there was power and light involved. It was just at Plaza.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You know, so
there was power and light in the heavens.
Power and light bestowed upon the district of the country club Plaza. And so Swoovi, living right down the street on 43rd and Paseo, we ganged up there and just walked. Swoovi longboarded with his guitar. And I remember we were rolling at this time. It was right before the lights flicked on. And I remember I was longboarding across crowds and just strumming G chords and just shooting at people. And just being Swoovi, like Count Dracula. I was like, just driving by people and din 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 din.
And all the white parents grabbing their kids. So, look at that. That's what crack does.
all the fine Latino honeys not approaching me, but knowing damn well there's something brilliant in there.
In Plaza.
Oh God, yes, bro. Like
I must be hitting the wrong spots,
bro. It's not even like, bro, because like bro, no, never mind. I'm not gonna venture down that talk. well put together chicas, right? And we're not talking about their build. We're talking about like their elegance, right?
Right.
They were in dresses. I didn't understand it because we were in
Their
the street,
souls.
right? And I had a fucking shirt over a hoodie with 2 different matching socks tucked into some sweatpants.
Spitting game.
Dog.
Shooting lasers out of your
Yeah, laughing like Count Dracula, bro.
You're just
Tripping.
and basically taking tabs.
Loving,
They were lining up.
loving life, bro. Right? Okay. And so in the gang, there's like probably me, and then there's probably like 4 or 5 of us, right? And bro, we get to the main entrance of the fucking plaza lighting. The lights flick on, and I remember there was just this big right, just some Kansas City ass shit, bro. And I remember like slowly like going to a stop.
Oh, I was
and like
more you stopped in those longboard.
Yeah,
tracks.
bro, right in the middle of the road, bro.
Yeah, of course.
And I stopped everybody once they fucking, and I was like, hey, hold back. I didn't say any of this, right? But I was like, hey.
But you communicated it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I held him back, and I was, swoovy in the air and underlined it. And I looked back, and I was like, right?
Yeah.
And they were like,
similar to the first cave drawing. Like,
I'm Zach Hoskins, and you're watching not Disney Channel, but some sort of, bro, I was tapped into the Akashic Records, bro. What do you know about the Akashic Records?
I don't know shit about those.
Oh my goodness, bro. So I just found out about them like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god, dude. This is intense. Let me put on the heartbeat sound effect. Oh shit. That's my heart bumping on my chest. Right
Okay,
now.
the Akashic Records, you already know about them, right? Because you were born brilliant and you had to relearn everything.
Bars.
Yeah. Akashic Records are... Have I ever told you about like the whole concept of ideas have people?
Ideas have people.
Ideas have people. Break that down for a second. Chew on that.
Like kind of like tribes. Like an idea has a tribe of people that like follows them, like a banner, almost like like how, like
bro.
You're looking at like a vast army, and there's like sections of the armies that are like controlled by banners, and they have like flags flapping around in the air.
Except way loosely quarters, bro. Like way looser of quarters. We're talking about the ideas and humanity, bro.
Yeah.
And any one of us could get stricken with some shit.
Right.
I mean, obviously you got to be skilled in the fine arts of whatever the idea is to be the vessel that draws it down to earth.
Like a global consciousness.
Boom.
Yeah, and you're like tapping in.
If everything is one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything is one. Ideas have people.
Mm-hmm.
The Akashic Records are those ideas.
Yeah.
It's like the Library of Congress of ideas. So it's like before they get copyrighted, they're up in there, the Akashic Records, right? And nobody talks about them.
Gotcha. And you broke into the library and you
I
stole
didn't
a fucking book.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
The veil fucking was seeping drastic. Like it was
Some
just
shitty cosmic librarian up there.
I was about to say.
Fell asleep on the job.
I was about to say it needs remodeled up there.
Yeah. Of course.
There were some leaky pipes up there. So, anyways, these leaky pipes struck a trip and swoove on. It was, I believe it was Thanksgiving is when they do the plaza lighting, right? Like sometime in between Thanksgiving and fucking
and
Christmas. Right. Anyways, so the Akashic Records came down, struck you, boy, right in the dome piece, and wrote Swoovi in the air. But at that point, it was just a word, and that's what I called my genre. Genre was Swoovi. I wasn't Swoovi yet.
Yeah.
So the genre came about, and but that night, bro, why that night was so special is because I got a visual, that cursive, sexy, backwards treble clef.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just
soon to be in your home.
chilling, bro. That word was just chilling up there, bro.
Yeah.
And I had to take my pseudo fucking Disney Channel wand.
Yes.
And make that happen. Didn't matter who was seeing it, bro.
Yeah.
I had to get that image and take that mental screenshot.
The right people saw it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I will say this. When I first met you, I thought you were a little crazy. And I think you still are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like in a way that is much more I see the artist. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, is he a threat?
Yeah.
Is he feral?
Is he gonna bite?
Hey, bro.
But the way you stick to your guns, okay? This
was-
is the thing. How you said 1996? That's PS pre-Swoovi?
Yeah, May 6, 96 when I hit the scene.
96.
Yeah.
96. It's 2023.
Oh my God.
And you have stuck to your guns.
Man.
You said, this is me, motherfucker.
I'm going to say, I'm not switching up for nobody.
At the end of the day,
It was hard.
agree with the message or not, you gotta respect that.
Right, man.
I mean, come on, that must have been hard, dude. How many people must have fucking been like, you're crazy, talk shit. I know I talked shit in the beginning. But,
Oh, yeah.
Like, fucking, the more I got to know you, I was like, this guy just might be crazy. You know, all artists got that tick.
Well, and that's what it is, bro. It takes it's I call it channeled hysteria, right? And it takes bypassing the humility. I mean, because we all deal with certain levels of humility, right? Especially when it comes to something that we care so much about, right? Bypassing the humility for gratification. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Initial investment, it's lonely, bro. Right? And nobody tells you how to weather the loneliness. And you fucking want to give up, and you question whether or not this is your deal. And you know, a lot of the time, whenever you reach a level of eccentric like this, bro, it's because you've spent a lifetime trying to figure out what makes people laugh.
Yeah.
What makes people happy? What makes people avert their confusion, aggression, sadness, you know? And you use every ounce of your fucking energy to avert that. And it doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter. And you don't even realize you're doing it, right? So, you know, doing that as a kid and growing up and then realizing as a teen, bro, I'm not living for my fucking self. I need to do that. I had a hard fucking factory reset that I had to experience, man. And that involved losing my mind a little bit. You know what, dude? It also fuck Big Pharma. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now.
This is an anti-Big Pharma podcast.
Yeah, had a doctor fucking put me on Adderall just because I told him that I tried it one time for final and did really well. I'm probably ADD, right?
Yeah.
But the problem with those fucking amphetamines, dude, is there's no basis for them. I mean, there is a base level thing, but if we're all so intricately different, that you see the flaw in that, bro. Yeah. It's fucking set up for failure.
Yeah, it's a giant blanket statement of medication.
And not only that, but our chemicals can adjust to those chemicals.
Yeah,
those chemicals are going to get manufactured in the same way every time. Yeah, right. So part of the psychosis that I was thrown into was because I didn't know what Adderall and amphetamines were. So when I started taking them, I took them during the week, and then on weekends when I was wrestling, I didn't take them, which that threw off my chemical imbalance first, right? Let's spark this doobie.
Cool. Yeah. That's right. You did lose your mind a little bit there.
Well, yeah, bro, and it was all from it was an amphetamine based psychosis, bro, and it was because I didn't realize what I was doing, bro. Like, and you know, by my senior year, you know, I was cutting a lot of weight. Didn't even realize I was cutting the weight, bro.
Because of wrestling?
No, because of Adderall.
Oh.
Bro, it was so easy. I was cutting from 160 to 145 every week, and it was easy, bro. Wow. All I had to do was fucking take a little extra Adderall, go to the gym, curbed my hunger, sweated a little extra. Making weight was easy. Yeah. Dealt with a little bit of cottonmouth. Started losing myself. I mean, fast. I saw my high school coming to an end, and didn't know who the fuck I was, because I went from when I was a public school kid, I was this, you know, band, choir, drama, football, wrestling, everything. I was the fucking people's person, right?
Right.
and at Aquinas, I got narrowed down. By the end of my senior year, I was a wrestler on Adderall at that. So I wasn't talking nearly as much as I was.
Yeah.
Lost myself, bro. And so I thought to myself, okay, quitting this shit cold turkey. It has to be this fucking pill, right? Did that. Later found out that the side effects to quitting amphetamines cold turkey can be psychosis, right? So that threw me in a whirlwind of shit, bro. I mean, I went from extremely depressed to extremely manic, right? I mean, fucking doing crazy workouts just to stay calm. Quit smoking weed at the same time too, which probably wasn't a good idea. So with that said, psychosis, the fucking boys, the system got a hold of me, put me on an antipsychotic because they didn't know about the Adderall, or they didn't put two and two together, or they were just worrying about making a fucking profit, right? Probably. Threw me in even a deeper psychosis, bro. Developed a fucking level of schizophrenia.
Yeah.
I mean, to where, I was so sure about it, right? But all my loved ones just telling me, Zach, you're sick. You need to heal. And I just didn't fucking understand them, right? And so I had to go through a few different rounds of that, man. And the thing is, at the same time, I was smart and I had conviction, right? So I was out here convincing, like, entrepreneurs and business moguls and shit to, like, take me around the country and shit.
I was going to say, I was like, do you want to talk about this story? Because I think it's fascinating. I mean, but we don't have to if you don't want to. But I remember...
I'll hit on the topics that I fucking feel, know.
Because I remember when you first told me about this, and I was like, what even world are you in? Because... obviously, you can just tell right now, just when you meet you, you have a gift with words. We call each other wizards. He's a wizard, Harry.
He is a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, anyone who says witches and wizards aren't real.
Oh my God!
Come
talk to us.
You're living in the fantasy. Yeah.
I was say we're coming politics out, wizards in.
Yeah, come on. Have you ever met someone that, like, as soon as they open their mouth, you're just like, I don't even know what I said. I just, like, forgot how I responded, but it felt good. Like, communicating with this person, interacting with this person.
Right.
Yeah, like, that's witchcraft. That's wizardry. That's whatever you want to call it. It's magic. It's magic with your words.
Absolutely, bro. It's something, you know what it is, bro? It's crazy. It's almost like a compromise of surrender. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're talking like that and you're letting shit flow, you're in that flow state, right? Mm-hmm. You don't have complete control of that. And if you do, well,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
There are some people who are immediately aware of it, and usually, like, they can use it as manipulation. And, like, there's, like, black magic, there's white magic. It's, like, how you use it.
Really?
But yeah.
Oh yeah, light, dark, right?
Yeah. And I mean, there's light forces, dark forces in this world. And usually when people, I find, and this is a blanket statement, but usually I find people who are using their powers for the darker stuff. It's usually a trauma response to something.
I was about to say, protecting themselves from people hurting them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's the dark triggering more darkness. But coming back a little bit, you have that gift. You have a way with words. You have this way of energy. And I remember you telling me this story and beginning with it about talking about you in high school, and just, like, I imagined you giving, like, class presentations and just, like, taking over the room. Like, that's what I just imagined. And, like, not being able to contain it. Like, just having this energy, this, like, composure, this confidence with this, like, intense energy that could, like, just sway, like, legions.
There was this kid, Chris Ernst, in my sociology class my senior year, everybody, and it was like a group thing, right? But they had this fucking notebook that they kept in the class for 7th hour, and it was Hoskins quotes, Zach Hoskins quotes. And it's crazy saying that because it's like, who the fuck is that, right? But no, yeah, they kept they filled up a whole 70-page binder of Zach quotes, just because off the top, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I was that kid. It was funny going to private Catholic school. And y'all know who you are. First of all, the thing that fucked me up the most is the boys didn't sit with the girls. And being a public school kid my whole life is like, I walked into lunch for the first time. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's trippy in
Are
itself.
we not like?
Yeah.
And so, anyways, I sit down with. Feels like a conference. The lunch was a circle table, and it felt like a fucking conference.
Oh my god.
And so I sit down. I'm just listening, right, in the first beginning, and
He was Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was raised unorthodox or orthodox Christian. I don't know what the fuck, some sort of Christian, right? But anyways, so they're sitting there and they're talking about politics, bro. 15 years old talking about fucking politics. It's like, God, guys, like ESPN, not even like girls. Hey, bro, girls over there.
Yeah. Politics.
And so they finally get to the new kid.
They're already in their suits,
bro. And
they don't bring backpacks; they bring briefcases.
And the thing is, they're pitching shit that I know is not their knowledge,
right?
And they're fucking acting like they're having like and like they're carbon copy fucking doing what they watch their parents do at wine tastings, bro. Right? And so I was that dickhead, and I had no political like. I think Mom's a Democrat, Dad's a Libertarian. You know, I'm moderate as fuck. Like
barely speak the language.
Very middle, very middle, and somewhere off up in the middle.
Yeah, right.
Or I can be down in a pocket somewhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I go where I need to go.
You adapt. You're
right.
A survivor.
Anyways, especially when it comes to politics, though, I devil's advocate, bro. Any chance I get. Even if I don't believe in it.
God, that's annoying.
Well, that's why I don't talk politics. When have we ever talked politics, bro?
We haven't.
My point.
Well, why would, I don't, to me, politics at this point is the least enjoyable conversation.
Oh my God, bro. Really? And motherfuckers really want to
They really want
to outline you, man, off the rip. And
they really want to be right.
Fuck, buddy, we've been talking for 5 minutes. You're going to try to outline me. I say one wrong but or if, and now all of a sudden I'm public enemy number one, and I'm under a microscope. Yeah. Let's just fucking talk about something that makes us happy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Let's not waste this beautiful, beautiful moment where two human souls are interacting with one another by talking about a system that is innately flawed.
Yeah.
And your ideas that are based off someone else's
off
flawed
your
ideas.
Parents, bro. You know? But yeah, man, it was a culture shock, dude. Where are we going with the whole...
Basically, I just imagine you sitting down at this fucking table. Just a young Swoovi, a young Zach Hoskins, sitting down. Because and just kind of taking over the space, being able to, not to fucking fill your head, but just be able to lead people down different ways of thinking and buying into it,
It's fun.
I feel like
you do it.
I mean, that's what Swoovi is. It's a different way of thinking. It's just different. Like you said, it's like drawing Swoovi in the fucking air and being like, don't you get it?
It's a canvas
it's not going to click unless you speak that language.
It's a canvas of every sense, bro. Yeah. Think about it. This is, when I'm doing this, it's touch, it's sight, but they're both not there.
Right.
Mind. Canvas, a different dimension. Which dimension? I don't know.
Who knows?
Right.
It's out there. It's out there.
Right.
And it's a different level of consciousness, is what I'm saying. But and your life path has taken you into a way where you've played with that. You've tapped into that. I mean, fucking
hella metaphors, bro.
Yeah,
that's what it
is.
This
stuff.
But
anyway, you sit down at the fucking lunch table, not to tell your own story, but I remember you telling me this. You said at the lunch, basically, you were good at this. You were good at talking. You were good at just spilling and convincing people of things. And that got the attention of these traveling entrepreneurs. What the fuck? It sounds like something wicked this way blows. This way something wicked comes. Jesus. Pause. Either way. Something wicked this way blows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something wicked
I
comes
read it.
about this situation.
Yeah. No, I mean the book. But fucking this traveling group of entrepreneurs come through your hometown, see this at some point. I don't know if you were on
This is just post high school. Just post high school.
Yeah. Somehow catch a whiff of that.
Mania.
And are like, yo, you should come onto the road with us and fucking sell things.
Goods.
And learn how to sell things from like these corporate elite. And so they take you off and you go to places like Cleveland.
Mind you, I'm just a polished gutter boy that sold some bud for a few years, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and these
for
are
real.
some like I'm picturing like anywhere from like 27 to 32-year-old like whacked out fraternity, bro. Like
excess energy, bro.
Like, yeah, you got something. Definitely doing coke when all the kids are supposed to be in bed.
They're sober though.
Okay,
they'll tell you that they're sober.
But never mind, they're sober.
Yeah, I remember because
take you to a place like Cleveland, get you hotel rooms, buy you dinner, all that good stuff. And then you go into these businesses and you get these super secret meetings with like CEOs and shit, and they talk to you and like basically rob you of your joy in your like childhood, and just like are like from fucking Harry Potter, the Dementors, and just like suck your soul like right out of your body.
They called me the Greyhound, bro. So whenever they took me up to Cincinnati, and they left me in Cincinnati to die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I had been like, it was like 9 months on the Invega, which was the antipsychotic. They had just upped my dose, bro. And I had taken a double dose that day because it's just, bro, and I don't know if it was the trip in it. It was probably the trip in itself, bro. But it was just, I mean, there were so many things that just didn't make sense. Like, I remember I got kicked out of the meeting, right? We went there for a convention. 10,000, the summit, 10,000 strong.
Hell yeah.
Crazy. If the peeps remember this. Travis Sisman, you probably got goosebumps right now, motherfucker. No. Anyways, 10,000 strong. We get to this meeting, and it's just a bunch of fuckers talking about just as long as you don't give up, trust in God. See, I come from blah, 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 blah. Middle household, mom was barely blah, blah, blah. And look at me now. Clap, 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 right? Yeah. After 3 of them, bro, it's like, okay, I'm going to get up and walk around and talk to people.
Yeah.
Give a fuck who they are, what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm hearing the same thing over and over again. So I get up and I start, Zach Hoskins, I'm going to be the face of Amway, quarterback and astronaut, doctor, blah, 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 right? Yeah. All the things.
I imagine like a helicopter gunner,
Oh, Purple Heart, no. All the things that I could possibly wrap my head around doing in this life I was going to do, right? All in that moment. And, one of the guys,
Swoovi for president.
One of the guys, middle-aged fella was finally like, "Hey, what are you doing here, kid?" Because I was dressed up, but not quite.
Yeah.
Right, like I had a polo and some khakis on, but nothing matched.
Yeah.
And
no swag. Just
I tried hard.
Yeah. Well,
Comb my hair.
I could
Anyway,
I had no swag back then, bro. In high school, it was fucking basketball shorts and hoodie.
Yeah, just athletic, baby. You ain't gonna frame me for nothing. Anyway, so talking to bro, he catches some wind. He's like, "What's wrong with this kid?" He's like, "Hey man, like, what are you doing here? How old are you?" I'm 18. 18? What the fuck are you doing here? Like, these are only for people that have gotten like platinum status. And that's like over like $50,000 in sales. Somehow I got a ticket. Somehow I got there. Don't know how. Shouldn't have been there, bro. I must have been 10,001. Because the theme was 10,000 strong. So he said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Man," I told him. I was like, "Who's your upline?" I said, "This dude, Paul." And he's like, "You know what? You're gonna have to step out here, and I'll go get them real quick." And so I wait out there. Mind you, it's like November, bro. So it's like cold and windy in Cincinnati, right? And it's little subtle breeze, right? And
I'm getting nothing on it.
I know. Hold on, let me doctor it real quick. Damn it, there's a little fucking little nuggie on the end of it. Yep, there we go.
But could continue on.
Anyway, so like I'm sitting out there, kind of freezing my ass off, and they come out there and they're like, "What the fuck?" And they didn't say what the fuck. They're really calm. I remember, and they were like, "Are you okay?" Like almost immediately knew that there was some mental health duress going on because they treated me tenderly. And I remember this, and then the wife said, "You're hungry. You need to eat. We're gonna get people to take you back to the motel, and we'll get you all set up.
Right.
Some
they're
fruits,
being sweet, like they're your friends.
some fruits, some water. And you know what's crazy, bro? They all get out there. They're all cold. They're all pissed off at me, right? Their eyes were all closed, right? And this is where shit gets kind of crazy. And this maybe is the delusion of the psychosis that I was in from the antipsychotics. All their eyes were closed and they were just pissed off that they were out. And I remember I had that moment realize that they didn't know how to get back. Because we followed a big ass crowd there. 10,000 people walking down the fucking city of Cincinnati, bro. Like, we didn't have to know where we were going.
Right.
So we get that. So, like... Yeah, I had to fucking straight gut and intuition get us home. And part of the walk, at least half of it, you can like get around in Cincinnati inside, like indoors.
Really?
Like hella far around.
I've never been to Cincinnati.
Inside. And there was like random peeps like waiting like at like big ass like pedestrian intersections inside.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Millennium. We were staying at the Millennium Hotel. Fucking nice hotel, bro. And I say, you know where the Millennium? And they would just point. They wouldn't even say anything. There was like 4 or 5 people that just pointed me in the direction. So I get out the building. Boom, Millennium. So we get inside. And there's these 2 peeps. Indian fella and a redheaded, fair-skinned fella. And they were texting each other, standing right by each other. And they would every now and again say these certain things that sounded like tongues, bro. Then again, maybe the psychosis looking back on it. It's like, so what's the deal, man? Where's the food? Paul and whatchamacallit told me you guys were going to hook it up with some food. And, I'm low key. I don't know what's going on. Like, something's not right. And one of the guys, your mom texted me, did you take your medicine? I was like, what does that have to do with it? Honestly, bro, I don't want to take that medicine.
Right.
And so that, immediately they fucking, mental health kid not want to take his medicine. They're, do it or we got to blah, 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 right? Yeah. And so, did that. Travis came in and he kicked the dudes out. Let's say you want to try that?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate you, though.
Kick the dudes out. Got real buddy with me, like big brother type.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's happening? Let's turn the game on. At the time, the Oakland A's were playing the Royals. It was the year that we didn't win the series, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'll never forget this, bro. Wade Davis. Have I told you this?
Yeah, I think you have told me the story.
Yeah.
Go on.
And Wade Davis was pitching the ball, right? And he threw the ball, and it would go like this into the fucking pitcher's mitt. I remember the first pitch, he threw it, and his arm looked like it was like Mr. Elastic when he threw it, right? He threw it, and it fucking boom, right? And I immediately went, okay, the next pitch isn't going to be like that. Right? Next pitch was worse. So I was like, you know what, man? Do we how to watch baseball? And Buddy takes his hat off, right?
Oh, I remember that.
Buddy takes his hat off, and he has like an undercut, so his shit is like shaved on the sides. He's like, hey. And he just starts doing, bro, and I'm talking about like 20 circles, right? And I'm just sitting there like,
Jesus.
You know? I'm like, you know what, bro? I appreciate the fruit. Get out.
Oh, that's scary.
I'm going to just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I'm tripping, right?
Yeah.
And I can't get out of the trip. And so we go to sleep, wake up. The Indian fella and the redheaded fella are laying in the bed next to me together. Right?
Right. Bodyguards.
I wake up and yeah. And bro, you can tell they are so focused.
Yeah.
They're on a strictly order basis, bro.
You think they slept at all?
I don't know. Maybe they were sleeping. They looked like they were sleeping.
Okay.
No, they looked like AI that fucking rebooted whenever I fucking alarmed them.
That's what I was gonna say. Because didn't you like literally say something? You're like, "Good morning," and these two just went shoot.
Man. Yeah, one of them sat up, texted the other one. Bzz, the other one sat up. I was like, "Fuck, man." It continues.
And then they proceed to text you,
Dude.
text about you in the same room, which is one of the worst things.
Oh my god,
Psychosis or not,
bro. So I had to disassociate from
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm some sort of specimen now to the whole Amway company.
Yeah.
You know,
And they're obviously texting about you.
right,
They're
right.
not saying anything else.
And so, I start to shower, and I'm shouting from the shower.
Yeah.
They're like standing by the door. One of them standing by the door, and I'm like,
Just
so,
got a bar of soap and you're like,
I'm like, so, what's up with this meeting?
I'm
Right,
slippery motherfucker.
right. I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Just start greasing up.
Can
You're
you ever
like,
kiss me
"All
alone?
right, who's going first?"
Who's that buttery fella off of Family Guy? No, it ain't like that.
Got the towel.
Nah. The complete irrationality doesn't slip in yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so what's up with this meeting? And they're like, what meeting? Why are we here, fellas? You know, and I'm
Right.
like, they're like making about. I was like, I start to like be this commander in chief, like this pompous fucking prick, right?
The confidence.
Yeah, bro. Because what else am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm stuck in this bitch. All right, here we go. So what's up with it? And they're like, sorry, Zach, you can't go. What do you mean I can't go? And I'm drying myself off. I'm going on the other side of my bed, putting my shit on, and they said, because you got kicked out yesterday, you can't come back. I said, okay, well then I'm just gonna kick it here then.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that either. Says who? Says boss, so and so, right? I'm like, huh? Okay. So what do I do?
Right.
I'm hundreds. I don't know how far Cincinnati is from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Away from home, right? With people I don't really know. Off the fucking rocker, off some antipsychotics. Figure it out, buddy. They said that. And then this is where I was getting this whole story. They called me the Greyhound. They said, "You're the Greyhound, bro. You're the messenger. You're a messenger. You're the Greyhound." They kept saying that, and that could have been the psychosis. I don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know, Danny. That's the craziest part about losing your mind. You have no idea is going on.
Mm-hmm.
You think that there's just this crazy ass world is against you situation that like it's your worst nightmare, but you're frantically, okay, this is what I'm set with. They just don't know what's going on yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can't trust your brain.
Dude. And then once you get enough of a reference over and over and over and over, and then finally it gets to the point where like, anyways, so get the map out in Cincinnati. Adoption in the park.
Right. You just walk out of the hotel.
No, I had to fucking map a little bit, right? I got to this park where it was this angel, this angel with a bow and.
But you would just walk there, don't you?
Yeah, I just walked there with my bag.
Yeah. So you're just walking through Cincinnati.
My bag, my guitar.
Yeah, you got your guitar.
I got my polo and my fucking weird ass
Right. And this is part of the story where we're like,
Yeah.
where are we at?
So yeah, we're in Cincinnati, and I'm just walking, bro, and adoption in the park, right?
Yeah.
ASPCA, bro. Sarah McLaughlin.
Right.
She has these crazy like Princess of the Winter fucking Wonderland ass like long lashes. And super kind, super nice, telling her about how I'm bipolar. Just unhinged as fuck, bro.
Sarah McLaughlin is in the park doing like this
adoption deal. It's a fucking trailer.
Yeah, that park that you happen to walk to.
Yeah.
And so you meet Sarah McLaughlin while you're losing your mind.
Yeah, and at this point it was just a human, right?
In the
I didn't put that together until like days later, bro. Whenever they were talking about it, in the ward on, people were talking about how there was a huge like ASPCA situation. Didn't look that big to me. It was a big trailer, And
you just walked up to that.
I just wanted to pet dogs, bro. Yeah. I was having a fucked up day.
Yeah.
My reality was slipping through my fingers at every second. I wanted something tangible.
God, right. A dog would have made everything so much better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a shitty day, a shitty time.
got deprived of that, right?
At the very least, life could have given you a nice little something.
Yeah, well, it didn't.
No, did it? Life.
So yeah, started to get like real like manic for some reason. And emotional because she started asking me about like my mental health because that was 2014 2015 it was real prevalent, bro. It was like at the very beginning of when mental health was like becoming a real serious discussion. And so she was like concerned about that, and then she was like, do you need help? And because I was like, basically one thing led to another, and there was a cop on a bike that rolled up. And he deemed me a threat or a danger to myself or society and lost all my rights and had to go fucking stay in the loony bin for a little minute in Cincinnati.
It's some fucking guy.
Yeah. And
the badge made a decision. Changed your life.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy though, bro, is some of but that's where being Swoovi and being able to tap into another dimension of perspective, of humility, of acceptance of humility. It's like, bro, that depth of humility whenever you're rational and irrational and because you feel just as brilliant, you feel brilliant the whole time, more brilliant maybe. You know what I mean? But you get into a place where there's other people like you that are just, some of them are like out there, right? And they'll never be back. And they have a weekly guy come in and reassess them. And yep, still crazy, staying here, right? But yeah, a lot of the time it's just, it's this level of overanalyzation of frantically wanting to right some wrong, of figuring out something way bigger than them, and it just, it brings it it fries your fucking wiring, bro. Mm-hmm. When you obsess over it and then you lose sleep over obsession with no drugs, and then people ask you what drug you're on, and you just don't eat, and and you're just off the strength. Yeah, and then you get checked. There's a level of humility that is. It's the reason that, nobody's opinion of me, nobody's, even like on spot taking jabs at me. It just can't fucking affect me. 'Cause like, one, there's no way you can hurt me more than I've hurt myself already. Mm-hmm. And two, more than likely, you can't beat my ass. Like, that's how I feel bad. And that's really like toxic but like.
But it's kind of true. It's like you hit a
primal.
It's
a primal thing.
You hit a real floor.
Yeah.
Like a real
Yeah.
I mean, in a hard, scary place too, because like just like you were describing all that stuff, and then to be surrounded by people 24/7 that are in that similar headspace, dealing with the same thing. Yeah, I can't imagine. Like I've been putting pieces together because of your words,
Yeah.
but like that's just like a real floor, like a real dark space that you just hit.
It's something that you never even like, even in movies, like bro, like you didn't see very many movies like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so whenever you settle in, like, cause that's the hardest part is settling in. You know, you hit rock bottom, and a lot of people fucking tear their fingertips off trying to claw their way back up with no fucking plan.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, they're gonna stay at rock bottom and now be hurting. You know what I mean? Bloody fucking fingertips.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you got to fucking. What I did was made a cot at rock bottom. I fucking made a real comfy fucking cot, and I drew up fucking plays on the walls. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And we started chiseling a fucking ladder in the wall. We got up out of there. So.
And you escaped the loony bin.
Well, yeah, that was just a 6-day stay, man. And you know what it was? It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Cause you know it was fucked up, bro. Is if I would have stayed on those fucking pills, I would have kept going back in there and having episodes.
Yeah.
And so between 3 and 4, wow, whatever. Between stint 3 and 4, I had to, because they asked me at the third one, okay, we're gonna up your Invega one more time, and I was like, no, the fuck, you're not. No, you're not. I'll take it, just because I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna up it. There will be. I mean, you guys gotta kill me next time. You know, and so. You know, where was I going with that? Oh, man. Okay, so, between 3 and 4, I had to stop taking it, like, to slowly wean myself off, right?
Right. Which is a nightmare in itself.
Yeah, and so that was where, like, LSD kind of came into play, right? And that's why, because I went right back to it. Like, you know, Google, my best friend, you know, beginning of time, how to deal with crazy people for autism and my mom. And, you know, LSD. And now it's like I'm losing my mind. I get out of it. I realize, okay, it's this fucking medicine. Mm-hmm. How does one rewire their brain? Right. Neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity through psychedelic journeys. And I smoked a lot of Kush. Yeah. And I would just slowly not take them. I remember I was throwing them down the drain at first, and then I just told my mom, I was like, Mom, you want me to keep going back to those places? That's right. Yeah. And the very last time I went was just because I had like an emotional meltdown. Mm-hmm. Like, because I just didn't sleep and nobody understood. And one more little final meltdown. And I remember the whole theme in that one. It was a Shawnee Mission Med. And I remember the whole theme. Dr. Brown. Shouts to Dr. Brown. Cool as fuck. Mm-hmm. The only one I really liked. I remember the whole theme was like, all right, bro, just chill. Yeah. Just fucking chill. Swoove. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna really start swooving. Yeah. You know? And there's that light. Right. Have that light, that glimpse of when you were a kid. You know, the music, that stuff. Yeah. And Dr. Brown came in, bro. It's a greater call, right? Like, you know. I remember the first time Dr. Brown came in, he pulls out these fucking like 3 or 4 sheets of fucking what has all happened in the last year and a half, right? He itches his head and he sighs. He's like, buddy, you've been through the ringer these last years. And I was like, I remember I almost teared up. I was like, thank you, bro. Like, if I wasn't so, you know. Shocked you didn't cry. I feel mind salad fucking tossed around. Like, bro, it's hard to cry whenever your shit is so fucked with, right? I'm sure. But, you know, yeah, he said, I'm going to ask you what sets you off Well, I just talked about it with him for like 15 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, to be honest, like, you know, like lean meats, complex carbs, low carbs, water, fruits, vitamin C, multivitamin, and a chill pill whenever I feel myself getting worked up, and we'll get through these 72 hours together, right?
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, haven't needed to go back since, and did all my own research and weight and curved all the fucking almost meltdowns. And bro, loved a girl who fucking drove me fucking berserk for 5 years, and it's been a year since that, like, and I didn't have a melt. Yeah.
Man, you deserved every single one, every second of that opening and the applause. Swoovi. Bro, the fact that you're here,
Thank you.
honestly, like,
Yeah, I mean, I tell people all the time, it's like, dog, I thought I was gone at 18.
but where you're at, like, specifically, like, right now, not just alive, like, I'm talking about with your music, with, like, the career that you're, like, starting for yourself, the distant, like, all that to happen. When was the last time? When was that? What year?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
7 years later, bro.
That's that number.
That's
Bro, and I was talking about the number pattern back then.
one of the things I have had the great pleasure of seeing this guy perform live.
Yeah, thank you.
Swoovi is also the very first Prosperos bell tower
Yeet.
featured on this YouTube channel. And yeah, this guy can fucking sing. And
Thank you.
it's not even like, it's not just the music. Like, I love your lyrics, I love your sound. But as I've gotten to know you,
Uh-huh.
and I've learned more about this journey that you so graciously just shared,
Uh-huh.
and honorably,
Yeah. Thank you.
It makes me speechless, man. Like, it's kind of speechless. Like, it's
Well,
really is. Like, it's just,
It is. It's
incredible. Like, you should be proud of yourself. You have overcome so much. You're doing fucking awesome. You're doing the damn thing.
Thank you,
Like,
bro.
for real. You just put out an EP.
Wonder Boy's Lullaby, available on all streaming platforms.
Come on now.
Quit playing with him.
Come on now. After all this, you got how many music videos you got out?
I got, well, 2. With if you call the Tiny Desk audition.
Well, okay, yeah, so we got 2. One of them being the Prosperos Bell Tower, which is my handiwork. Fucking
Yeah.
this morning. Okay, so we got to talk about a little bit this morning. So what happened? Swoovi and I met at a piano room.
Yeah.
We continuously would meet, and like the more I got to know him, the more I like bought it.
Bro's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I kind of see the vision, and but then you came to me and you're like, we got to make a music video. Which
the
was-
promo.
Yeah.
The cookies promo.
Which to me, I was just
At the
fucking,
Clotilda show in
Yeah.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at my point, I was like like to me, I was such like I felt honored like that you would come up to me and specifically ask,
Yeah.
let's do a music video, like let's figure this out. I'm gonna pay you, like I'm gonna do all this. I was like, hell yeah. We start hanging out because of that, and we're like kind of like figuring out what we're gonna shoot. When I make music videos, like when I collaborate with specifically musicians, but like other artists as well, I really like to like spend a lot of time, you know, with that person.
Chemistry is vital, dude.
And film something that feels really genuine in that like moment. You know what I'm saying?
A collaborative fucking effort.
Yeah, a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. So we ended up making that. We ended up making a Wonder Boy's Lullaby, which is the video, which is on my YouTube channel.
Oh, the short documentary
the short
deal.
documentary that's going to be out on June 11th. I don't know when this podcast is going to be releasing, but we're showing at the AI Hub.
What, you are?
Yeah, this Sunday, AI Hub.
I'm there.
Yeah, you got some 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're also going to be playing Tacopa Lost, my feature doc. We're going to play Tacopa Lost, Feels Like Home, the Ivana Mitchell video short doc, and then Wonder Boy's Lullaby short doc.
Yee!
June
Ripples,
11th.
baby.
June 11th.
I'm about to say, quit playing with him.
Yeah, come on now. But yeah, fucking, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, and so we started spending a lot of time together. Made that fit short, and then NPR Tiny Desk
Came around
and said, "Hey, we got this competition. We need submissions," and we shelved all music video ideas and said, "We gotta fucking do this. Like, no matter what, come on, this isn't what like stop." And I had always when he told me that idea, I was like, "Oh my god, we got to do it at Prosperos." Like, this was one of my first observations. Like, coming to Prosperos, obviously, I envisioned this podcast
coming off a huge Mac world.
Yeah. But I'm walking to Prosperos, and my first thing, I'm like, this, like, yeah. This looks like Mac Miller's. Like,
oh my god!
Backdrop. Like, I could see people, like, playing.
That shit did make me cry.
Yeah, for real. First celebrity I ever really mourned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, really, really cried. Like,
yeah,
really
dude.
Had a period of, like, sadness.
Got you through some shit, bro.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mac, yeah. And so when you said that, we were like, we gotta shoot.
Tiny Desk.
I was like, let's do it upstairs, Prosperos. Let's do it upstairs. And the magic of this morning, we woke up. I got like 2 hours of sleep because I stayed late.
I wasn't sure he didn't sleep in the corner.
Yeah, we ran sound check. And then when everyone left and I knew where the band was lining up, I built the set around it. Like, just go check out the video.
Oh my god, bro. That
flowers,
shit.
Like,
that's how you did that?
Yeah.
You fucking had a set up, just raw. Like,
we kind of had
raw dogged it,
well,
and then
so I was like, that was my
memorize.
biggest thing. Well, yeah, I laid down some gaff tape, like marked your places and everything, so I knew where you guys were at. But yeah, I first had to see where the instrument, because we was such a live band. Okay, so the band, Chaco Finn on a bass,
trombone.
Oh, on trombone. My bad. Carlos on you run through the band.
Carlos Vidal on the bass. We got Alex Thomas on the saxophone.
Yes, Alex Thomas on the sax.
The Brandon Black on keys and production of Wonder Boy's Lullaby. Yeah. Bro's incredible. That's like honestly the industry best kept secret if you ask me, but I may be a little biased. Powerline music, woo woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
6 person band.
Yeah.
Who else?
Josh Luke on the drums. Josh Luke on the drums and the sound.
And then you on vocals.
Yeah, me vocals, and I did a little bit of rhythm guitar.
Yeah, shout out Josh Luke on the sound. He's always my sound guy here at Prosperos Bell Tower. That's how we get that crispiness.
Yeah.
That professionalism.
Pro Tools.
Take us over any NPR Tiny Desk. Match you. Bar for bar.
Bro, the steez is just it's like.
But that morning launched the whole thing. But also, like, yeah, I got 2 hours of sleep, set everything up around the band. Mm-hmm. You guys come in. It's like 6 a.m. when you guys show up. We're like getting everyone together and everything. But I remember fucking. If Billy makes it this far, I remember Bill walking in the first time and seeing the setup and being like, "Damn. You didn't get any sleep, did you?" I was like, "No,
bro.
But this is what I had in my midbrain the whole time.
Bro.
Like,
that shit was mad. That was better than like you know how I have such a bah humbug ass situation about Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Bro, so like that was like better than Christmas morning for me.
Magic in that space at that time in the morning.
You know what's so funny about Danny, bro? Like he made sure that when everybody walked in, that he was like in a corner back with his back to everybody, like not looking at the explosion.
I was looking out the view. I was looking out the window. I had my arms behind my back and was looking out the window like fucking Bruce Wayne.
He was like, he was off and away.
Make it, pussies. Let's get to work.
You like that?
Wasn't like that at all.
Oh my god!
No, but I just had a cam on a tripod, and then I shot the rest. That was a 2-cam setup, but I was shooting on everything.
That's incredible.
Running around. I remember I was like fucking James Bond back there doing slides.
Bro.
I was getting down.
Cool people don't look at the explosions, bro.
Yeah, come on. Go check out fucking Prospero's Bell Tower.
Yeah,
Swoovi
number one.
first one of one. That shit is so good.
Yeah, the pioneer.
Stop
shit,
sleeping.
bro.
Go
Yeah.
watch it if you made it this far in the
Super
episode.
fun, man. And bro, like another part of like my compositions, man, is like, bro, I feel like, okay, so with that all that shit in the beginning, I feel like I lost my mind to be able to endure the amount of pressure that I have in my life right now.
Yeah.
Bro, like I just had some fucker that I was just planning on subcontracting for. I mean, like, believes in me and finds ways to have me make music on another level, bro. And that is, I mean, bro, I remember always when I first started making music, I was like, I just need somebody to fucking believe me.
Yeah.
One motherfucker with a little bit of money, a little bit of coaching abilities, and knowing how to provide like a general parameter for me, but have me lead me lead.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a leader. I'm just fucking extreme and rambunctious, and I fucking,
Yeah.
you know, I don't mind falling flat on my face, which is something that I'm unlearning currently, right? And so, but anyways, bro, like, you know, it's from compositions to, you know, getting the band together to keeping up on my books to, you know, trying to fucking compete in what freelance musicians make anymore. It's like, bro, I have to get young kids, you know, that are like in college, you know, that they're still sharp but A-list celebrities want 200 plus an hour.
Yeah.
You know, and I just can't afford that yet. So between that and then, I mean, bro, there's just so many fronts to operate on, bro.
That's also like another level of your music is you have a band, a live band, which is crazy to say. It, like you said, it's kind of rare.
It's not always the same people every time. It's almost never the same people every time.
It's hard these days. It's fucking.
Well, I guess I don't want to do the band deal, bro. Like, cause like, okay. And I respect the fuck out of people that can hold bands together, bro. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Like you thought relationships were hard, bro, and compromising with 3, 4, 5 humans that are all fucking ego fucking driven musicians. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
I'm just gonna work for hire.
That's fair, man.
You know,
that's a lot of energy.
So,
and it's expensive, like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, you know, but part of like, it's the whole song is like every fiber from the sound to the count to the lyrics to where the vowel sounds come in to, you know, it's like a Swoovi quilt. It's like a sound quilt. You know what I mean? And fresh out the dryer. You know what I mean? Because it's hot and it's warm, but it doesn't burn you.
Yeah.
And it's comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like, yeah, the whole composition is and the why I can do that is because I've surrendered completely to a level of humility that most humans never fucking see.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not about fame for me. It's not about Grammys for me. It's about healing.
I have to.
Getting this shit out of my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just recently I got that Wonder Boy. Because Wonder Boy is real sentimental, right? There's one kind of infatuation, love, lust, drunk song. And then there's like a rock. But even that's kind of like a melancholy song. This License to Swoovi.
Yeah.
It's like fucking like blues rock.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm excited. I've heard some of these new pieces you've been coming up with.
That City Boy Boogie.
Yeah, the City Boy Boogie.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of excited to see how that one turns out.
Come out 7/7. Your boy is coming out of retirement with the saxophone.
Ooh.
Yeah, and right smack dab in the middle of the city market. So we got hella good acts too. We got Margot, we got Madness and Melody, we got I mean,
tell the people what you got going on coming up.
Well, I want to do at least one single by the end of the summer. And then, dude, it's crazy, man. I don't know if this is like a common thing, but like wintertime for me, I think I'm gonna make a theme out of it that like, because like, we all need regimen and structure, right? And I don't know if you've like known that like Eminem treats his job like a 9 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he fucking, he has regimented shit where he does certain things at certain times, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that, but like in a variated format, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I think wintertime is gonna be like my project time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as a wrestler, like it just makes sense to me because like you figure yourself out in the wintertime when everybody's hibernating and cold and getting all fluffy. I'm out here grinding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's why it's kind of why I want to retire as a mountain man.
Yeah.
I told you about that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have. I want to be a mountain man. That's all I want to be.
I'm talking about like Tundra Mountain.
Oh, like, just the worst.
I'm talking
climates.
about dogs. Like sleds and dogs.
I mean, a nice little mountain lake, like a cabin.
So you want to be like a burly lumberjack mountain man.
Yeah.
So you want to like go to like a mountain range and like make a new civilization up there.
Yeah.
I saw a post about that on social.
I don't know about the whole civilization, but yeah, like have a cabin up there, and maybe a boat like on the lake, like a nice little rowboat or canoe. A canoe would be
find
dope.
a stream and make a fucking lake. And dude, it just filter out, bro. That's been like my dream. Bro, I could definitely make a lake if I could find just a stream that, cause like and then it.
What you got going on? I'm trying.
Swoovi Park. Adventures of Swoovi Park.
Adventures of Swoovi Park. Coming soon. That's expected early 2026.
That's when the gang's on, bro. You know what I mean? We're gonna be in some wooded, beautiful fucking mountain area.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're gonna have exclusive lakes and blobs and toys. Kind of like Nitro Circus and something, but my own.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love hooligan shit, bro.
Damn straight.
Oh
Wonder Boy Lullaby is some hooligan shit.
Wonder Boy shit, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Lullaby. Go
sketchy.
Check it out.
It is a sketchy ass situation there.
All right, if you made it this far, go watch our Prosperos Bell Tower, Swoovi and Company, and Wonder Boy's Lullaby, which is on my YouTube channel. And then go stream the fuck out of this guy's EP because it's dope. It's a nice little summer jam.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, Swoovi, welcome, and thank you for being on Prospero's Pit. You're welcome anytime.
Dude, thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
Let me hit with that fucking applause.
Datbiff.com.
Prospero's Pit, baby.
Hell yeah.